What's up, people? It's your man Urban Lover coming from your mama's basement, baby. And with that being said, I'm gonna give a shout out to my man Exillen. We had discussed something about a move of what if the Lakers got Al Horford and Nicholas Batum, and he told me, what was my, my intake on that. Now, keep this in mind. I always say that Whiteside was my priority, number one at center, but I also said that Noah, Joakim Noah, and Al Horford are my right behind additions in that order. Now, my thing about Horford is that I love his game. I mean, like I said before, with Horford, um, the biggest problem with one thing, he's 30 years old, which is kind of cool because you still need somebody in their prime that's going to help these players grow. Um, Now, keep in mind also that whatever contract he signed, this basically going to be his last big contract. So I mean, he's going to be looking for a nice size deal. And Atlanta can give it to him, but just say if the Lakers did fall and actually were able to get him. So with that, he is dealing with shoulder problems over the course of his year. Now also keep in mind he can't anchor a team as his best player, at least not a title contender team. Horford doesn't have unstoppable moves, though his efficiency is always pretty good. Now he's not a dominant rebounder, passer, or defender or scorer. All thing about, like I said, one thing about Horford is that he is a team defender, not a one-on-one defender. So him and Nicholas Batum can actually make the Lakers pretty much better, and I'm gonna tell you the reason why. Number one, both of them guys can fit in any system. Al Horford can play the center, and he can play the power forward, and he also can come off and switch off some of the guards too. The thing about him, he doesn't foul. He's a good defender, as in like team defender. He doesn't foul as much. Now, you can play him at the power forward or at the center, however you want to do it. Plus, one thing about it is that with Luke Walton's triangle motion offense, there will be a lot of spacing. So he can actually go out and bang. Now, I'm not really a big fan of centers shooting a three. I'm just, like I said, I'm old-fashioned. I know this is the new wave. But I think that teams get away from taking advantage of players that do that. And why I say that, if you look at the OKC game, right, when they were up 3-1, the reason why they was up 3-1 wasn't so much KD and Westbrook. It was more that bigs taking control of the game, getting on the boards, putting a lot of putbacks. The same thing with Cleveland. If you notice, Cleveland, when they got away from the inside game is when they started, getting blown out by Golden State, trying to bang the three, run with these guys. When they decided to go more inside and take more close range shots and attack the rim, this is what got Golden State into a big trouble trying to stick these guys, because nobody can guard LeBron, and LeBron was just doing what he wanted, going to the paint. So Al Horford can do that, because if you remember the beginning of his career, he used to always play back to the basket. But with the new wave, he started taking the shot out even further. Now, but the thing about that is this, which is good. Now, just say Julius Randle, his jumper is not as potent as we want it to be, but he is okay, but it's not as strong. By Al Horton stepping out and banging the jumper or shooting the three, it gives Randle more opportunity to work under the rim. You know what I mean? Because remember, this guy's a double-double player. And he can give you 12, 15 boards. And I think now that Kobe's gone, he's really going to be hot fire, man. This guy going to be all over the boards. I can say Randle can give you like 13 to 15 boards a game. You know what I mean? Because he's going to be getting the minutes now. And there's going to be a lot more focus on him and D'Lo, and if we get Brandon Ingram. So with that being said, Al Horton would make a good addition to the team because he gives you all the dynamics that you need. Like I said, he's not he's not your best player, but he's profitable as a good player because he can do a lot more other things. You know what I mean? Like I say, he can block. He's not that strong on boards. I mean, I think his career was like 7, 8 rebounds a game, which still ain't bad because you got. I mean, if you think about it, he brings you a much more better game than Roy Hibbert. I mean, the dude can get up and down the floor. You know what I mean? He does get back on transition, so I give him that much props. Now with Nicholas Batum, you already know the deal. The man can just fit right in. Especially, just say if the Lakers decide to go somewhere else and they don't get Ingram. I mean, I'm pretty sure most likely they're going to get Ingram. I mean, I know a lot of stuff is being thrown out there, but that's how the Lakers like to play. I'm going to basically hit that later on because this, like I said, I always said the Lakers wanted Ben Simmons. Only because of D'Lo. I know a lot of fan base say, no, we should get Ingram. Now, I know the Lakers going to get Ingram, but I know they want Ben Simmons, but I'm going to get onto that later on. But my thing is that with Nicholas Batum, Now, just say if we get whoever we get, and they're not ready to go, Nicholas Batum is already ready to go. Nicholas Batum can play the 2 or the 3. It doesn't matter. So it's pretty much decent. Even if JC come off the bench, which I'd rather have him start, but you know, one thing about me, like I'm a Laker fan, man. As long as we win it, I don't care. I mean, shucks, at the end of the day, you still will get minutes, right? You come off the bench and start. If you're hot, you're hot. If you're not, you're not. You know the deal. But Nicholas Batum can actually play pretty good at the small forward spot. He can come right in and help. He's quick to learn the system. He's a very versatile offensive player. He can score, pass, run pick and rolls, shoot off the dribble, hand off. Plus, he's a good defender on the perimeter. He's very versatile. He makes everyone around him better. You know what I'm saying? He's a very smart player, man. And that's why I say I know I believe he's going to sign back with Charlotte because he like Walker. But just say if the Lakers were to get him, man, him and Al Horford will make the Lakers just that much better. Because like I said, Nicholas Batum, man, like I said, he's not an unselfish player, which both of them are. It gives D'Lo, JC, Randall more opportunity to really play their game. You know what I mean? Because Nicholas Batum is not one of the guys where he's looking for the ball. He would do the other things that other players wouldn't do. Like I said, play defense. If he's open, he'll bang the jump shot. If he got to drive to the basket, he would. He just fit any team. And that's saying it with Al Horton. Both of these guys fit any team. And like I said, Whiteside is my main priority, then Joakim Noah, only because the Lakers' terrible interior defense. This is the main reason why I got those two up so high over Al Horton. Now, for that being said, remember, this is a new year. This is a new day, a new era. So with that being said is, at one point in time, Kobe was the most impact on lack of defense. Then it was JC and all the rest of these guys. But mostly it was basically the interior defense was the main thing, because one thing about it, if you got a good anchor center, when these guys get broken down and there's a penetrator going to the basket with a good center, he's going to make them alter their shot. Either he's going to block it, or he's going to make them try to miss, or he's going to try to force them to just throw up anything. So that's the only reason why that's why Joakim Noah and Whiteside are so high on my priority list. But at the end of the day, if we don't get Whiteside, Joakim Noah, and we do get Horford, I'm still good with it. I love Horford because, like I said, he fits any type of scheme. He's not that he's not a big anchor defender like Joakim Noah and Whiteside. But with him and Nicholas Batum, they can help Julius Randle become much more better as a defender. And then, like I said, I think team defense will be that much better for them guys, and they'll probably run a lot of zone defense for to masquerade some of their weaker defensive players. So they'll run a lot of zone, just like Golden State does. They run a lot of zone, and they do run man-to-man, but a good portion of it is zone. But at the same time, like I said, Horford and Batum will actually make good additions to the team. But like I said, Batum, both of them can jump right in and get going. You know what I mean? So you can insert Al Horford at the power forward or center. It doesn't even matter. He's going to give you what he can. Like I know the guy's going to give you 17 and 8 or something like that, or 14 and 8, depending on how they utilize them. And with Luke Walton's system, where it's set up, man, any given day, anybody can get 20. If you watch Golden State Warriors, man, they play unselfish basketball. Yes, Steph Curry and Klay Thompson get a lot of shots off, but there's always somebody else that's coming into the fold. Every other night, it might be somebody. It might be Draymond Green. It might be Harrison Barnes. Sometimes it can be Bogut. I mean, even Bogut can get off. Like Bogut one game, had 20 and 16. So it can happen. Like I said, it all depends on the scheme and the motion of what kind of, well, not the motion, but the scheme and what they're running with the matchups. So if there's a pretty decent matchup, Al Horford and Nicholas Batum can take advantage of these matchups. They're both good additions for the Lakers. I would love to see them come if, like I said, if we don't get Whiteside. Now, Nicholas Batum, now I was a big Harrison Barnes fan a while back. You know what I mean? 2 years ago when he first came out. Well, not 2 years ago, a couple years ago. When he first came out of college, I was like, man, the Lakers should get him. He's pretty decent. You know what I mean? But I don't want Harrison Barnes for no $20 million. I don't, not for $20 million. He's a good utility player, but not for $20 million. I mean, 11, 12 million, you know, that's about it. I wouldn't go crazy with some of these numbers, man. Some of these guys, not even worth it. But Nicholas Batum, I know he's going to want a lot of money. He's going to probably wind up getting the max from Charlotte because they're going to try to wind up keeping him. I think Charlotte's going to give him like 23 mil. I think at least the most to keep that guy. Because that guy, Nicholas Batum, is pretty decent. And same thing with Horford. I think Atlanta's going to give him whatever he wants. I mean, the guy, you know, started in Atlanta. He definitely want to come back to Atlanta. I mean, shucks, man. I mean, they've been in the playoff for the last, 3 or 4 years, and every year they're getting better. I mean, what, 3 or 4 years? 2 years, 3 years, something like that. I forgot. Anyway, but what I'm saying at the end of the day is that I would love to have Horford and Nicholas Batum on the Lakers. You know, that's my opinion. I know a lot of people probably would say the same thing as well. You know, both of them, you know, like they're immediate impact players, not superstars, but impact role players that will fit good with our team because it will let our trio do their thing. With that being said, it's your man Urban. Like, share, subscribe. Get in the comment section. Tell me what you think. You know, let me know if there's something that I missed that also that we can pull out about these two guys. Also, one more important thing, as I say all throughout my videos, you know, please, guys, be safe out there. With that being said, it's your man Urban. I'm out.